start. Something has to be done about it. Some sort of reply was given, but it was not convincing. We are not clear in our mind as to what exactly the government intends to do to bring down the prices. This is the most important thing, and this is the only thing that a greater section of the people is interested in. They would really be happy if something is done about it. The next thing I said was clothing. Even though so many textile mills are coming into existence and huge profits are being made by the mill owners, the price of cloth is still high. More than all this is the problem of shelter. We have seen during this cold weather how many people in Delhi died for want of shelter. They had to stay on the pavement. It is a disgraceful thing, it is a shameful thing that we have not been able to provide some sort of a minimum shelter at least for everybody in our country. The corporations of the big cities must be compelled by the union government to build at least some sort of kacha dwellings where these people can go and sleep at night. Some cheap structures can be put up. We find from the papers that the government are thinking of providing loans for building houses or for purchase of land for construction of buildings and all that. But where is land available? They ask fabulous prices for land, particularly in Delhi, Mumbai, and other big cities. Some solution has to be thought of to eliminate this kind of hardship. The next thing is education. I am very glad to say that the present education minister has taken up his work very seriously in all earnestness and is trying to bring about a lot of changes for the better. In many states, they have introduced compulsory primary education and elementary education, and they have also made it free for girls without having to pay any fees. They can study up to high school. Mr. Chairman, sir, I am grateful to you and this august house for giving me an opportunity to give expression to my feelings on certain topics which are intimately connected with the development of this country. Sir, I am a person who has spent more than 4 decades in the various aspects of education, science, and technology. I have the privilege of having been associated, I may say, quite intimately with the various scientific organizations in the country. Apart from this, since science, education, and technology form the foundation upon which depend the development and prosperity of this country, I should like at the moment to confine my observations only to these topics. We have been very much interested to learn from the papers the various types of schemes that are being put up for the development of the subjects by the Ministry of Education. Stop.